The Immortal John Hancock here to talk about more subcategories of Atari 2600 collecting. And I am blessed and honored to have donations come to my channel and to my collection. And again, Bill Loughnane, who's sent me some crazy stuff before, sent me another box. And in this box, which I've taken out and organized just for video purposes, is just nuts. I'm humbled and honored to have received this and add it to the Atari wall, to the vintage game collection, which one day will be on public display. And so here we go. So I'd like to talk about, if you're new to collecting 2600 or don't know a lot about Atari 2600 collecting, that there was a lot of subcategories. There was a lot of different companies that made 2600 games. It makes it really fun to collect subsets. And so subset collecting, I think, is the future of a lot of retro collecting. Things have gotten expensive. It's made going for full sets nearly impossible. Nice thing about Atari 2600 is that a lot of the box art, it looks gorgeous. And each company had its own distinct art style. And typically the box matched other boxes done by the same company. And I'm going to start with Sears Tele-Games. Tele-Games was kind of the 2600 label that Sears used to sell their version of the Atari games. Most of the games were the same. There was 3 games that Sears published under the Tele-Games logo that Atari didn't produce themselves. Steeplechase. There was Submarine Commander and Stellar Track. And so those are the 3 games that they made. And it was great. I'm just looking for one right here. So that was one of the exclusives for the 2600 under the Sears logo, the Tele-Games light logo. And anyways, this is what Bill sent me in this box. It's crazy stuff. And again, the Sears box games they're black, and again they had some of the same 2600 artwork, some different. And so, but yeah, so Codebreaker, Golf. Again, I love the artwork on the front there. It's really cool. Breakaway 4. Again, that's a really cool artwork on the front there. It's got some really neat stuff. He sent them all in protectors too, which is so awesome. Some of these games, they do have some shelfware, but adds to the charm. For me, if I went for just mint in box, I would have way less of a collection. And I have some great condition items in my collection, but I'll take a game any way I can get it. One thing to notice is, I like to show all my games, the packaging typically in them. And if things were so pristine and mint, or even sealed, I wouldn't be able to show that to people. I'd be worried about damaging stuff. I'm not that type of collector. I like to be able to have stuff in great condition, but I don't care if it's beat up a little bit. Adds to the charm. Defender. Got a little bit of shelfware, but that's still cool. Basketball. Space Combat. Asteroids. Missile Command. Again, this is cool having the Sears versions of these. I am going for a set. It's a pretty challenging set to complete. I have some of the harder ones to get. Superman being a pretty tough one to get in the blue box. But I do have Pac-Man here. Capture. Blackjack. I like the bowling artwork. That's pretty cool too. Again, some of Sears stuff was different. Arcade Pinball. Yeah, here's one of the exclusives that he sent. Thank you very much. And it's Submarine Commander. That's one of the 3 exclusives that Sears did under the Tele-Games license. What's really cool? Original price sticker on it. Another one, Maze. Circus. And baseball. Love that artwork though. It's really cool. Alright. So, I sent him a list of kind of what I was missing or my boxes that were damaged. He did send me an upgrade to my Space Invaders for my 5200, which my other one was jacked. So this one's in really nice shape. Very cool. Thank you for Matt for that. He also sent me a sealed Big Bird's Egg Catch, and so that was pretty neat. I didn't have that game. Part of the educational line. All right, a couple silver boxes I didn't have. Real Sports Soccer, which is, you know, football. But that was cool. I didn't have a Real Sports Soccer. Sealed. A football. Ironically, I didn't have a box football. I know. It's like super common. And even this one, Centipede. I didn't have a box Centipede. Really nice shape, too. That's a good game. Alright, this one, my box was really beat up. And so he sent a Taz. Taz is getting a little bit harder to get. That's a cool game. Nice silver box games there. Alright, saving the best for last. Network did a series of games, you know, for the 2600 using the Intellivision style cases. It was essentially Mattel making Atari games and 2600 games. And he sent me Lock and Chase and Adventures of Tron. Okay. Another uncommon one. I've been wanting this for a long time. Been outbid. Went late to a convention and finally got China Syndrome. Cool to get that. He also sent a Mega Maniacs patch. Very, very cool of you to do that. Very awesome to have that. And I only have a few of those patches, but I'd like to get more. He did send some, on the Tele-Games note, and Tele-Games also did a Intellivision series games in their own packaging. So I got Horse Racing, Triple Action. He sent these in as a bonus. Night Stalker. And I do have a Super Video Arcade. I'm trying to go for that subset, and that's another challenging one to do. Auto Racing. Again, very cool to get these. Kind of challenging to get some of them. Alright, saving the best for last. So I'm going through the box, and he told me he sent in a couple surprises. Well, this is what he sent in as a surprise. So I get to the bottom of the box, and he throws in Wall Ball, Avalon Hill. Avalon Hill games, again, came out during the crash, and these are pretty hard to get. So complete Wall Ball, didn't have this game at all. And yes, a complete Death Trap. This is really hard to get, especially complete in box. It is such a nice shape. But wait, there's more. And, you know, he knows that I am a huge Magic fan, and I've been pursuing a Magic for quite a while. Been collecting a little by little over time. And I'm happy to announce my final 2 for the set. And I'll do a separate video to show all that. Shooting Gallery, complete in box. Didn't have the game or anything. Really cool. It's got it looks like a sticker, but it's actually part of the box. It's ideal for ages 9 and under. Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like carnival games. Very cool. And the big one, yes. I've wanted this for 20 years. I've saw it, heard about it, but I've only seen a box in person once. I've seen it on eBay a couple times, got outbid. Subterranea, complete. It is in gorgeous shape. And this completes my Magic NTSC 2600 collection. And, you know, I'm just honored and blessed to have people that are willing to just send me this stuff. You know, I want to have it on a museum. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And, you know, there's some steps that I'm going to take forward, hopefully in the next couple of years, to really start seriously looking at that locally. And so, yeah. And so, I mean, that's just crazy. But that's just some of the amazing stuff. And this is just a small fraction of the Atari 2600 library. So, last and not least, though, of all the games that he sent, I am blown away by this stuff. I mean, that's just amazing someone would send me all that. But he went way beyond and made this. And I'm hanging this up in the game room. I'm going to put it probably by the TV back over here. And it's John's Video Den with an Atari symbol. You know, I am passionate about the 2600. You know, there's a lot of people out there, they go gaga over Nintendo and they go gaga over Sega. And I'm a Sega fan too. You know, I'm just a game fan in general. But 2600 is really kind of my style of gaming that I like. And I love, you know, I love all consoles and all things. But, you know, 2600 is close to my heart just because I grew up with it. And, you know, it's so much fun to collect. You know, it's kind of the sweet spot. You know, it's old and it's a little bit out of the limelight. You know, everybody's really into, you know, Nintendo products because Nintendo, the company, is doing great. You know, Atari to me isn't really around anymore, but it's remembering the classics. You know, there wouldn't be the success of Nintendo without Atari. And, you know, for me, Atari is kind of the sweet spot. And, you know, I love lots of different companies for different reasons. I collect as much as I can. But to me, Atari is one of my favorites. And so, thank you so much. And especially this room, this is appropriate because, you know, probably 80% of this room is Atari. And you know, I absolutely love preserving as much as I can. And thank you so much for all the support on my channel, and I look forward to doing many more of these collector videos, and I have many more things planned in the near future. I think people are going to like it. So thank you so much. Still doing 3 videos a week. This is the Immortal John Hancock. Take care.